I've been seeing a lot of misogynistic crap on TikTok about how men and women are different. And don't get me wrong, physiologically and psychologically, we are different. The strongest man is always going to be stronger than the strongest woman, but intellectually, we're par. But one of the huge debates that I keep hearing people talk about is why men tend to be more successful in business than women, or at least why they ascend to higher positions of power and responsibility. Now, modern day feminists say equal pay for equal work, which I'm not against that, but I'm not looking for equality of outcome. I'm looking for equality of opportunity. But this is where it gets kind of murky. Women are being invited into the interviews, and they're being invited into the position, but they're not being invited into the inner circle. Take my law firm, for example. But I've noticed a dynamic. The practice is led by 2 male attorneys, both incredibly cool. There are equal amount male and female attorneys at the law firm. But I notice every single day at lunch, the male attorneys all go out together, including the 2 named partners. I've never seen a woman go with them. Now, a couple weeks ago, for one of the paralegals' birthdays, all the ladies went out to lunch, including the female attorneys and the office administrator. And one of them brought up the fact that all the men seemed to go to lunch together. They asked one of the female attorneys that came to lunch with us if she'd ever been invited. And she said, yeah, I get invited every once in a while, but it's almost like a begrudging invitation where I'm very aware that I'm not wanted. And it got me thinking. A lot of business doesn't just have to do with work product, it has to do with soft skills. How personable are you? How well liked are you? Can you create connections and foster relationships between clients? Not all of that can be discerned just through work product. A lot of that has to do with face-to-face time with the big boss. So a lot of these men are getting this face-to-face time that women are not. A lot of employers want to promote people that they like, that they can see themselves getting along with, working with, and liking just on a human level. But that opportunity is not given to women in a personal way. Now, this isn't to say that the men at my law firm are sexist. They're definitely not. But it introduces a very interesting dynamic, and I think one where the Me Too movement has kind of screwed us businesswomen. Sexual harassment is a real thing. I've been sexually harassed before, like cornered in a back room by a man I used to work for when I was a minor. So I recognize what it looks like. But when you are calling sexual harassment to a man making a joke that he probably would have made to you or to another man, but you are getting offended by it because of your gender, then why would men want to have that gender in their personal space where they feel comfortable to be themselves? 2 things. Number 1, I think men need to be more open and willing to take on females as mentees. Having a man in position of power being able to advocate for you can open so many doors. Number 2, women, we need to be a little bit more resilient and a little less sensitive on jokes and comments that men make. I know that's an unpopular statement, but if men feel on edge about every little word that they say every time a female is around, they are never going to be willing to allow us into their inner circle.